Hey there, and welcome to this explainer. I am so thrilled you're here. Today, we're taking a super fascinating look under the hood of what is arguably digital marketing's fastest evolving frontier. If you're a focused learner trying to wrap your head around exactly how top-tier professionals are adapting to the modern web, well, you are absolutely in the right place. We're going to do a complete teardown of how a highly vetted, top-rated Fiverr Pro agency actually engineers search visibility today. We aren't just talking high-level theory here. We're getting into real-world service offerings, actual pricing, and some serious hard data. Okay, let's dive right in. Here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the new era of search. Then, we'll define Generative Engine Optimization. From there, we'll break down the blueprint for AI SEO. After that, we'll measure the ROI, and finally, we'll cover realistic expectations for GEO.
So, kicking things off with Section 1, the new era of search. And the million-dollar question, is traditional SEO enough?
Right now, we are literally living through a massive, seismic shift in how information is retrieved online. It's driven largely by Google's AI-powered search, which you've probably heard called SGE, or Search Generative Experience. And this brings us to a question that's, quite frankly, keeping website owners and digital marketers awake at night. Is traditional SEO actually dead? It's a pretty provocative question, right? For years, the playbook has been, well, relatively stable, but suddenly the rules of the game are changing. If you own a website, you are likely feeling the friction of this exact problem right now.
The agency we're profiling today explicitly points out a pivot that we all have to make. Traditional SEO, which basically focused on ranking for specific keywords, is no longer enough. On the other side of the equation is our new reality, Google's AI-powered search. The new mandate here is that your website absolutely must be prepared to answer questions. It's no longer just about stuffing your pages with keywords and crossing your fingers that a crawler bumps you up a list. It's about providing rich, deeply contextual answers to the complex prompts that users are feeding into these AI engines.
Moving right along to Section 2, defining Generative Engine Optimization, or what exactly is GEO?
If you've been hanging around the digital marketing space recently, you've definitely seen an intimidating alphabet soup of new terminology popping up. Let's just clear that up right now. The crucial point is this. GEO, or Generative Engine Optimization, is simply an evolution of SEO. It is specifically focused on optimization for generative AI. Think of it as the proactive process of getting your website ready for the future of search. You aren't just optimizing for a search engine's algorithm anymore, you're optimizing so that an AI, like a large language model, can easily understand, trust, and actually cite your content when it's generating a response for a user.
To really grasp this mindset shift, let's consider the philosophy of Ana SEO Agency, the Fiverr Pro team we're studying today. They state, we don't just do SEO, we engineer brand authority for the modern web. This agency is led by GEO and AI expert Paulo Teixeira, who has over 20 years of proven results. Their philosophy really hits the nail on the head. Modern search isn't just a technical trick anymore. It's about building a fundamentally trustworthy infrastructure. If an AI is going to synthesize your information and present it to someone as a fact, your brand authority has to be rock solid.
Which brings us to Section 3, the blueprint for AI SEO, where we're breaking down a vetted agency's actual offerings. To see exactly how these concepts play out in the real world, we're tearing down a specific Fiverr Pro gig. And this one boasts over 25,000 completed orders across 124 countries. So this is what highly successful at-scale implementation looks like. They structure their approach in a really logical progression. Step 1 is a basic diagnosis at $300. This is a complete on-page analysis and GEO report, perfect for getting a clear roadmap for up to 3 pages. Step 2 is the standard strategy at $480. That adds expert keyword research specifically designed to find the opportunities Google and AI are prioritizing right now. And finally, Step 3, scaling up to $1,900, is their premium Smart Flow solution. This is where a simple roadmap turns into a complete done-for-you transformation.
Let's zoom in a bit on the heavy lifting happening in that premium package because, honestly, this is where the magic really happens for a modern website. They don't just hand you a PDF report and wish you luck. They actually create the AI-optimized content for up to 10 pages, and they implement those on-page changes directly onto your site. But perhaps most importantly, they build 35 tailored backlinks and blog posts that have an authority domain rating between 49 and 20. The explicit goal here is to pass genuine authority over to the target page. That's what helps the content become hyper-relevant to both legacy search engines and new AI models.
And that perfectly sets up Section 4, measuring the ROI with a real-world case study.
Strategy is fantastic, but as focused learners, we want the actual data, right? We looked at a specific project from this agency where a website was really struggling to gain online visibility. Before they applied these exact GEO techniques, things were pretty flat, but after, in just 3 to 6 months, the results were absolutely explosive. Organic clicks to the website increased by an incredible 670%. They grew from a baseline of 2.74 thousand clicks to a massive 18.4 thousand clicks. That is the sheer power of ensuring your content is optimized for modern, AI-driven relevance.
And this brilliantly illustrates the wider net this strategy casts. Search impressions, which means the number of times the website actually appeared in front of a user's eyes, grew by a staggering 448%. We're talking about rising from 55.3 thousand all the way up to 303,000 impressions. When we look at the underlying mechanics of that growth, the site's average position improved significantly. It moved from 20.3 down to 15.7. That is an improvement of nearly 5 full spots across their tracked keywords. It proves for sure that a personalized, highly structured approach to content optimization and targeted link building delivers very tangible, measurable outcomes. Finally, let's turn to Section 5, Realistic Expectations for GEO. Basically, reading the fine print.
As hyped as we get about these strategies and numbers, it's vital to stay grounded here. Managing your expectations is just as important as understanding the mechanics. The agency actually provides 3 really honest FAQ constraints to their clients, which serves as a masterclass in expectation management. Question 1. How long for results? The agency reality is 7 to 30 days for initial improvements. Why? Because there are over 200 ranking factors that go into Google's algorithms. It's incredibly complex. Question 2. Is the first page guaranteed? The honest answer is no. As they clearly state, only paying for Google Ads can guarantee that. This service gives you the best possible chance, but real professionals don't make impossible promises. And question 3, are AI mentions guaranteed? Again, no way. You literally cannot force a chatbot to mention you. However, a comprehensive GEO strategy maximizes your visibility by building a trustworthy presence that gives you the absolute best opportunity to be cited.
Which leaves us with this final, vital thought. If the future of search relies entirely on an AI choosing you as the ultimate authority, is your website currently answering the questions that AI is asking? Or are you still just playing the old game of stuffing keywords into paragraphs? Take a hard look at your digital infrastructure, because the new era of search is already here. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.